So I wanted to come up here and do a video on why I feel like singleness is a gift, and why for me for a long time I was discouraged about being single. You know, as children, we grow up, or women grow up realizing that, you know, you have to get married, or with marriage comes a certain level of prestige, so to speak, especially growing up in the church. And so when you get into your 30s, and you're not married, or you're not even in a relationship for that matter, you start to feel insecure or feel like maybe that something is wrong with you. At least that's my story. So I wanted to discuss where I came up with the idea that singleness was a gift. So for a long time I was praying, you know, wishing, hoping God would send me my husband. I would see all my friends getting married, having children, and me being 33, which I am now, about to be 34 in about 6 months, and made me feel like I was inadequate. I felt like maybe like there was an issue that I had, or maybe that's why I wasn't in a relationship. And so after going from one broken situation to the next, not even relationships, but we're going to call them situations, I had to come to realize that it's not my time. So in my singleness, what I started to do was I started to be grateful for the opportunities that I had, like the fact that I actually have the free time to do what I want to do. I actually have the free time to chase my dreams and work really hard to create a different financial level in my life. Because for a long time I was really, really broke. And if you guys want me to do a video on how I went from making minimum wage to 6 figures in less than a year, I'll do that as well. But during my singleness, and even now in my singleness, I started praying a lot. I started talking to God, because every woman wants to find her husband, and asking him like, why isn't it my time yet? And he started answering me. He started letting me know that it's not my time to be in a relationship because he has a lot of work for me to do and for me to get encouraged. So I started really working on me, decided to work on the healing that I needed. I started not worrying about the fact that I didn't have children at the age of 34, but being grateful for the fact that I had the opportunity to really start the works that God had for me. That's where, you know, and after my sister died, I really realized that I need to focus on the time that I have now, because literally the time that you have now, even though you may not be in the relationship that you want to be, is precious. And that if you don't do the things that you want to do, that you may not get the opportunity to do it. My sister died at the age of 30. And with her dying that early, and me at the time being only 31, I had to come to a realization that I need to not worry about the fact that I am single, but be more appreciative and be grateful at the opportunities that I have now. So I really started honing in on my strengths. I really started speaking more. I really started, you know, talking to God more. I really started focusing on my money. I really started focusing on the opportunity that I had in my singleness. So I decided myself that, you know what, I'm not going to worry about that. And the fact that, you know, I may not be married right now, but my singleness is a gift. It's a gift that a lot of women don't have. You know, and when I say singleness, I mean like literally in solitude, where it's just you and God, where you don't have no worries about no one else, you know, or even if you are a single mom and you have to worry about your child, it just allows you a different level of concentration when you don't have to take into consideration nobody else's feelings. So that's what I started to do. I started speaking more. I started studying the word. I started like really being grateful for my friendships that I had. And not only that, but I started doing better. I started reading more. I started self-educating more. I started to empower myself so that I don't have to feel like because I'm not married, like my life doesn't matter. You know, because I'm not married, you know, or I don't have any children that, you know, oh God, like, oh, I gotta worry about waiting for a husband. That's not what God wants you to do in this time. And this time, He's really trying to become one with you. He's really trying to talk to you on another level. He's really trying to help you uncover the gifts that He's planted inside you. Because everybody has gifts. And during your singleness, this is the time for you to focus on that, for you to concentrate on that. I'm going to list a few things that help me stay encouraged. Number one, surrounding yourself with good people that encourage you during your singleness. Who makes you understand that being single doesn't mean that God forgot about you. He just wants your attention. Number two, preoccupying your time with, or occupying your time, with things that you love. Discover what you love to do. So, and not just discover what you love to do, discover what you like, what you dislike, what you want yourself to be like in a relationship, what the type of person that you want to be with. Because I feel like in this time, I've learned like the things that I need in a relationship just to survive, because everyone could be with anyone, but if you're in the wrong relationship, you can literally find yourself like drowning. You'll find yourself, unhappy, not fulfilled, because you didn't take that time in your singleness to discover exactly who you are and what God was creating in your life. I also discovered in my singleness, the things that I wanted to do, like who I wanted to be in this world, like who I wanted to, be with in this world, who I wanted to, the things I wanted to do. How did I want to change the world? I discovered, and I am discovering that in my singleness. So once I took the focal point off of the fact that I was not in a relationship, and I put it on the mere fact that this is an opportunity for me to really get to the next level in the things that I want, that's when God started unfolding blessings that I know that only He could have given me, because I was completely focused on my life and my singleness and my relationship with Him first and foremost. Since that time, I've started a nonprofit organization. I'm making more money now than I've ever made in my life. I'm actually encouraging women on a daily basis. I just recently did a commercial. I'm working on different things that I can't even discuss right now. I started an actual clothing line, and I'm glad that I was able to do that. And I don't think that I would have had the ability to do that if I was in a relationship, because when you're in a relationship, and it's a marriage is the type of relationship, the focal is on what's best for both of you, not just what's best for you at the time. And so my words today for all of you ladies that may be a little discouraged is, don't worry about the fact that you're single. Hone in on your skills, hone in on the gifts that God placed inside of you, because those gifts, you're meant to manifest something else. It's meant to allow you to bring forth something greater. It's meant to allow you to birth something. And maybe you are not naturally giving birth, but you still have the ability to give birth to something. I'm birthing some things right now in my life that I know that I would not have been able to birth if I would have been in a relationship. So my encouraging words to you guys today is to be grateful for your singleness. Be grateful for this isolation. Be grateful for this time of solitude where God is really unfolding and manifesting the things that He wants you to do on this earth. And do not count it as do not think of it as there's something wrong with you. Do not think of it as, oh, why am I not in a relationship? Think of this as the greatest opportunity that you could ever have and that you will never get back. Because once you are married, then children come into play, or you're raising kids, or you don't get this opportunity anymore. And believe it or not, there's a lot of women that want the opportunity that you have. So my biggest, the thing that I would tell you the most is to be grateful. Be grateful for your singleness. And don't look at it as something as a disappointment or being discouraged about, because I'm telling you, if you focus and you listen to God and you get close to Him, He will reveal things to you about Him, and yourself that you did not know was possible. So, ladies and gentlemen, if you are watching, please understand that your singleness is a gift and enjoy it.